Okay, so for this kind of a question, we are going to use formulae for a triangle, either that one or that one. And what we have to do is find the missing length of a side. And in this case, it's side x over here. And so let's figure out how to go about solving this. So I'm going to use a equals base times height divided by 2. Now what am I given? I'm given the area, and I'm given one of the lengths, one of the side lengths. So what I'll do is go through the formula and substitute for the information that I'm given. So instead of A, I am definitely given what A is. A is 14 centimeters squared. So I'll put that in there. I'm given the base, so I'll say the base is 7. And the height I don't know, that is x. Okay, and I have to find x. And then ultimately it will be divided by 2. So a good step for these kinds of problems is to get rid of the dividing by 2 first. So let's get rid of divide by 2. How do I cancel dividing by 2? I do the opposite. So the opposite of dividing by 2 is to multiply by 2. And I've got to do it to both sides because it's an equation and I need to keep the equation balanced. By balanced I mean here's the middle, right, where the middle is where the equal sign is. And so everything that's on this side I have to keep even with everything that's on that side. Okay, so let's keep solving. If I divide by 2 and multiply by 2, that actually gets cancelled out. So that's gone. On the other side, 14 times 2 is 28. What's left on the right hand side is 7 times x. What is 7 times x? It is 7x. And now you can see I'm at a very simple one-step problem to solve for x. Multiplying by 7, how do I cancel multiplying by 7 so that I'm left with x only on this side? Multiply by x, I do the inverse. In other words, I do the opposite of multiplying by 7, which means I divide by 7. Whatever I do to one side, don't forget I must do to the other. So times by x, times by 7, divide by 7 cancels each other out. I'm left with x, which is what I want. 28 divided by 7 is 4, right? And just for formatting, I put the variable on the left and its value on the right. Give it a unit of measurement, which is centimeters. And that is the value of x. Now, you could also solve this by using this formula, equals half base times height. So let's play that out. We've got 14 equals half. What is the base? The base was 7, right? And the height we don't know, so we had that. So all you do now is you tidy it up a little bit, and you go half times 7, it's 3.5x, times x, so that's what's left. Okay, so half times 7 is 3.5, times x is 3.5x. I got to get rid of 3.5, so I do this, 3.5. So that says 3.5 times x, so I divide by 3.5. Remember, I do the opposite. I do the inverse of multiplying by 3.5. I do it to the other side as well. This cancels out, and this leaves me with x on this side. And 14 divided by 3.5, let's just calculate that, just to make sure we've got it right. So 14 divided by 3.5 equals 4. And guess what? That's what we had here as well. So x equals 4 centimeters. So either formula will give you the same answer, no problem.